Hi from the Outer Banks in North Carolina, where I am on a family vacation doing all fun beach-oriented things. We're spending a lot of beach days. We went to the aquarium this morning. We're going to some sand dunes, but y'all know me. So we're gonna do some thrifting. I don't have my little helper along with me. I think Thriftmas in July kind of got all the thrifting out of her for a little while, so that is okay. So they are back at our little cottage doing some rest and relaxation because we've been getting a lot of sun this week, if you can't tell. But I looked up some really random, cutesy little thrift shops. I have no idea if these are going to be a total bust or a total honey hole. I don't even know if they all have clothes. So I'm going to take you along with me, see what we can find right now I am in Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina. So let's go thrifting.
No, she does. It's just me and Charleston. This is like her catch-up day.
This is an Air King over on this side. Remember they both died the same summer, a month apart? Yeah. So they're only a couple years old, yeah, but, yeah, I don't do well in the heat.
You're not the only one.
Yeah.
I don't tolerate it well.
I used to go and sit
That's
out.
why y'all don't see me much. I'm not walking early and then.
I know, I'll see you walking in the dead of winter freezing cold before I see you walking in the heat, huh?
So that was unfortunately a little bit of a bust, although a super cute store. They had lots of fun stuff, but obviously is not what I'm looking for. There is also this second half of the store that I was speaking to the owner, and she said that she actually had to close down this half because of the air conditioning. It's not working. So, but thankfully that part is like furniture and art and things that we probably aren't looking for either. So the next thrift store is about 2 miles down at the little island drag. So we're going to head to that one next, and fingers crossed they actually have some shoes and clothes and accessories. I was very relieved when I came in this one to actually see some clothes and shoes and, yes, accessories. I was wondering if I should grab more little baby sunglasses because my toddler loses them all. But here I just went straight over to the shoes. They didn't have a ton of shoes, but I figured I would check those out real quickly. These are BOC, which is Born. It's like a diffusion line. I do pick it up sometimes. It doesn't sell quite as line as the main Born Concepts line though. But it says shoes are $3.50, boots are $5. So automatically I was like, okay, this store could, you know, have a few things. It looks like it might be good prices that I will be able to pay for. These were pretty cute. They were a little beat up. They were a little bit dirty, so I did end up leaving them behind. If they had been a bit cleaner for $3.50, I might have picked them up just based on the cool colorway. That model of Skechers I have a hard time selling, unfortunately. So here, just taking stock of the price list. I do take a picture of it for myself so I can reference it later on. These are pretty cute pair of Vince Camutos. I just really am trying to be selective today. I have a lot of inventory from Thriftsmiths, from the bins recently. I do have a swap meet haul that I haven't shown you guys. So today, especially since I'm just thrifting on vacation, getting out for the afternoon, I'm looking for unique things. I'm looking for bangers. I'm looking for things that I don't have a lot of in my inventory already, not just bread and butter stuff. This was a really cool part of the store. They actually do a lot of hand woven things, and this whole store goes towards a charity that I'll show later on. And these really were beautiful. So hand woven rugs for $40. Checking out the swimsuits. I'm desperately looking for more swimsuits for my daughter, so also trying to see if they had anything in her size. I love when stores hang their pants like this. Like, can I get an amen? I mean, whether you're buying it for personal use or reselling, there is no better way. I feel like most stores, when I'm going through the pants, I end up accidentally pulling half of them off the hanger and have to go back and put them all on. This I was seeing if it had any linen in it, because I might have picked it up. But again, Bread and Butter, Banana Republic, might have only picked that up if they had been linen. So here's the first one I do end up picking up. This is Amanda U, which is Amanda Upperchurd. I do think it's a diffusion line of her main label. It's very cute. I actually loved it. So part of the reason why I bought it, full disclosure, is because I'm going to wear it to work a few times before I list it. But then I will list it. Amanda Upperchurd is a good brand. I kind of really liked that necklace. Target on that dress there. The store was also just clean. It was well organized. The women that were in there running it clearly know what they're doing. They definitely care about this charity. I do end up looking this one up. It said Eton. Looks like those can sell. I just wasn't convinced that this skirt, or Etam, I guess, was going to sell. Skirts are a hard sell anyway. But yes, all of this does go towards that charity, and they looked like they really cared, and I really appreciated that. So this is one I ended up looking up. I was not familiar with it before. This is Kaylee Smith. It was just kind of reminding me of Lily Pulitzer, Tori Richards, stuff like that. I did look it up. Comps were a bit everywhere. If this had been a more substantial dress, I might have picked it up, but the sell-through looked really low, especially for the tops. So that is why I did end up leaving that one behind. The next one I found, because I didn't recognize this tag, this was Lisa Bain. So I looked it up. It looks like it's a really nice quality Lag & Looky brand, very high quality basics. And I ended up grabbing this. Right behind it was a Sanctuary. Again, there was a day that I would have picked this up back in the day. Sanctuary these days I'm really leaving behind most of the time. It looked like an older style, so that one did get left. I'm proud of myself. I left it behind. This one is Lulu B, and this one I do pick up based on a couple comments I got recently in a Thriftsmiths in July video saying that I should try Lulu B out. So I am here for you guys. I'm going to try it and stay tuned for what solds, and we'll see how it sells. This is a Third Love bra, and at first I got excited, but then it's all cut. Like, it's torn and cut, and that was definitely a hard pass. Moving over to a few accessories, I spotted this little crew cuts belt. I did think about getting this, but it wasn't in the absolute best shape, and I didn't think it was going to move that quickly. This is the men's section. As you can see, lots of brightly colored t-shirts. I also was really enjoying just looking around at all the artwork they have on the walls. If anybody needs some toiletries and travel products, the store is well stocked for you. I mean, this looked like a pen and ink painting of these 3 dogs. It looked hand done. I think it was dated. Yeah, and it was stunning. Like, guys, I mess up stick figures. Like, drawing is not my thing. I won a coloring contest in 2nd grade, and that will forever be my claim to fame. I have an Oscar de la Renta tie that's been listed forever. I cannot get it to sell. I just loved how they put this store together. I liked the lights and just how everything looked. I do have a record player at home. I play a lot of classical music. We do a lot of musicals, so I'm always just kind of flipping through when I'm at thrift stores to see if I can pick up any goodies. This I just wanted to show you. They did have quite a few items in the glass case. Nothing super special, but definitely some high markups, but that's fine. That is their prerogative to do. The store had lots of different rooms. It just kept going kind of on and on. So this one had some furniture. It had some housewares. It had, this was, I think, like Christmas items. There was like a new with tags section over that I didn't show you guys because they were all like really, really, really marked up. I was finding some interesting things in this store, but anything worth picking up for resale, they did really have priced up. So I only ended up grabbing those few things. But it was just a lot of fun to like have a lazy afternoon, look around and see what I could find. I liked the little cup. Forget the elf, put the wine on the shelf or whatever it said. They were running kind of a Christmas in July sale where Christmas stuff was 50% off. So that's why I kind of gave that room an extra look just to see if there's anything, especially for my family, that I wanted to pick up. I loved this train stuffy. I've never seen anything like that. It was so cute. So that one was a little bit more up my alley. Super cute. It also supports victims of domestic abuse, sexual assault. So if you happen to be in the area, absolutely a great thrift store to check out and to support. I only ended up getting 3 things. I got the Amanda Upperchurd, the Lulu Bee because one of you recommended it, and the Lagan Looky one. I don't even remember what it was, but I ended up spending, they were all $3.50 and I spent $11.21. Oh my gosh. I'm like waiting for the rain to just start thundering down. But anyway, we're gonna go check out another one. I don't really know how many I'm gonna go find, and let's see what's next. This one looks like it's going to be really fun to dig through, so I'm going to put my camera away for a little while and I will tell you what I find at the end of it. And they're running a sale. It was like buy 3 get 2 free or something. Fingers crossed we find some goodies that I cannot wait to show you. So I'm already regretting my past statements because they say like clothes like $4 unless otherwise marked, like dresses $5 unless otherwise marked, but like everything is otherwise marked. So like I found one J. Jill item for like $8 that's not going to be worth getting unless I compare it with like the buy 3 get 2 free. So, but it's been like 20 minutes since I told you guys that I'm going to start hunting. So I'm going to show you in the dresses just a little bit of what I'm looking at, but it's not going well. So here's some live action. You can see that even though it said like standard price, all of these have these little individual prices. That was $15. I was seeing a lot of just like normal bread and butter stuff. Like anything I would even pause on from a bread and butter perspective to pick up was usually always marked. And the things that weren't marked, I wasn't even pausing on. Like that was a Rosin Alley, like what is that, Walmart. This is one for $15 from H&M. So it was a bit rough. It was very busy in here also. I do like that they have the pants hanging like this, but once again, nothing at all that I could find worth reselling. Nothing that excited me in the slightest, even things that were, you know, higher priced. It wasn't even that it was, you know, priced out of my capacity for resale. It was just honestly, I wasn't finding anything. All things that I wouldn't even consider low value bread and butter. My son would have loved that slide, even though he's too big for it. They have this marked as like the pricey clothing, and I was like, maybe I'll find a specialty pricing clothing. Maybe I'll find something that's special on here. And no, it was all also things that I wouldn't even like resell if I could pick them up for free. So I don't know who was doing the pricing in here, but these are those like beach towel clips that I was like, maybe I'll get, but I didn't. And that was a total bust. I am not usually one to give up, but I didn't see a single thing in that store that quote like excited me, and I was in there for 25 minutes, and anything that I could have considered like bread and butter was like $8 or more. So we are gonna bail on the Mission Thrift. Unfortunately, it looked like to have been ran by one woman, so I'm not even sure if it like has a cause. I don't love that they put the word mission in the title if it's not actually towards a mission, if it's just a for charity thrift store. So I think there's one more nearby that we are gonna see if it can be in any way redeeming from this past stop. Coming in the door, I was at least excited by how this store looked. I saw clothing racks, I saw organization, I saw signs. So came in with a little bit of hope. First thing I decided to do is check out the bags. There were a couple fossil bags that I probably would have picked up if they had been in better condition. They just had a lot of damage. This one looked kind of like a Dooney and Burke type knockoff. I'm seeing prices that if I can find the same type of prices throughout the store, should be reasonable. But who knows? This one felt kind of nice, so I'm just trying to get a better look. Emerson in York, I think I don't recall. I think it was a vintage bag. It did have some spots on it. Since I do have a hard time finding bags at my Goodwills at home, I thought maybe I could find something cool here. There's definitely a lot of inventory in this store, so there's a lot to go through. It is towards the end of my day, so I do need to be getting back pretty soon. The kids are gonna want to be going, back to the beach. I thought this with the fox, or the wolf, might be Grayson, but once I checked it out, I'm pretty sure it was a different logo, plus the quality just didn't seem there. Okay, so into the dresses. The first great find that I'm pretty excited about of the day is this IB Cool dress. It is marked for $6.99. I have never found IB Cool before. I have seen other resellers talk about it. I loved the fun color and pattern, and I found this in the first 30 seconds in the clothing. So right away, I'm excited, and I finally got a little bit of energy to start digging again, because after not a good day, I just really needed that. I'm really blessed by lots of thrift stores in my area with lots of, this was a new tags tour for $40 that we just need to take a moment for that. I find a lot of inventory nearby me back at home, so it's very rare for me to go to 4 different stores and only end up with like 5 items. I'm definitely seeing better stuff at this store. Like, I'm really excited about the MariaNicole because it's the first time I've ever found it. But now I just have to find good finds that are at the price point I need, because they do have some stuff priced up, like especially if it's new tags. They have stuff like really priced up. So I'm trying to skim through and see what I can find. Hopefully come up with a few more goodies. Here's a cute little J. Crew for $5. I'll probably leave it unless it happens to be silk, but we're gonna keep looking, see what we can find. This is definitely going to be the last stock. So I was just texting with my husband. I think we're going to try to take the kids to the beach for like an hour or so. We had a really long beach day yesterday and everyone's a little toasty, so we've been kind of trying to stay away. But the kids really want to go, so we're going to slather up and just take them for like an hour. This is a great find if it's not a Target collab. This is Kierna's Abede, so it is a bolo, but not with the Target collab. It is super cute though. I absolutely would have worn it myself, but we're not going to pick it up for resale. Like I said in the clip, I'm finding a lot of new with tag stuff at this location, but all the new with tag stuff is very high prices. Like, come on, this is a J. Crew factory, and are you ready for it? Super cute. I was actually thinking about getting it for myself. This is $50, like $50. I could not believe it. All right, so in the middle of the store looked to be what might be like new carts. So I tried to dig through these a bit. That really big one was really hard to dig through because of how big and low it is, and I had nowhere else to like toss the shoes, because at this point in time I thought there weren't carts in the store. You will see that I get proven wrong later. Those were some Allbirds. Those are really hard to sell, especially the wool runners and the tree runners. That brand has fallen from grace just a little bit. Some Nike Air Force Ones triple black. I do end up leaving those. Air Force Ones, just the basics, have been a little slow for me, and I did pick up a lot of Nikes recently during Thriftsmith, so I'd like to get those sold first. Here's just a pair of really basic Crocs. I've sold this style before, and I do eventually see they have these priced at 98 cents. So I was like, okay, I will throw those in the Cool Cycle wash, lay them to dry, do not dry them. They'll come out nice and toasty clean. And I'll be able to sell those probably for like $18 to $20. I do think they had mistagged those because at the cash register, she was like, oh, are those Crocs? And I was like, yeah. She's like, wow, what a great deal. And she seemed a little bit surprised. They probably just didn't know that when they priced them at 98 cents, because I did see other Crocs priced higher. So again, another pair of clean white Nikes, and I ended up leaving these two, mostly because I just have a lot of shoes to get listed right now. I've got 1 or 2 pairs of those, just basic white ones. So I've got plenty of stuff to list without picking those up, but there's definitely some profit to be made. Those probably could have sold for like 30, 35 maybe, and I think they had them priced around 8. You can see me really struggling because like I know there's value there, but I've got to start being more selective. That's my goal for the second half of 2025. When I'm paying up for things, basically more than like bins prices, I need to be more selective. Shout out to all the C.S. Lewis fans, Chronicles of Narnia. I have that exact same box set. Okay, here is the next thing I do decide to pick up. These are just Stuart Weitzman, but they have them priced all the way down to $1.98. These are suede leather, and they are the cutest Y2K, like boxed square toe kitten heels. And so I thought the style was worth picking those up for. These are Antonio Milani, which is a very high-end brand. It's probably retailed for quite a bit. They did still have these at $9, though. I might have grabbed these at the bins. The tie straps can sometimes be a tough sell because they're just hard to deal with. All right, who knew? These are FootJoy. I didn't know FootJoy made kid stuff at all. I thought about picking these up for $3. The sell-through looked pretty low on these, though, probably because most people don't know they can buy their kids FootJoy sneakers. These are a pair of Merrells that I might have grabbed. These are actually the Jungle Mock style. They sell pretty well for me, but they didn't have insoles. So again, I'm trying to be selective, so we left those behind. My next pickup is this pair of Diadora like soccer shoes. I mean, they're not cleats, but they're definitely vintage. I think that they should sell between around $30 to $40 based on comps on eBay, and they look to have a pretty good sell-through rate also. So we'll see how those do. They are $7. True Classic, I've seen people sell, but the comps didn't look great to me on eBay. So I left it behind, but let me know down in the comments if you like selling that brand. Someone tell me why I've been carrying my stuff the whole time, including all the shoes, because I thought there weren't carts. Cart. Anyway, okay, I'm about to go, but I found this new to me brand. It's called Mott 50. It said sun protection. This is like a sun, like a cover up. So I decided to look it up, and I think it's gonna be pretty decent. It might sell for 30 or so. And then I also found Tiny, which is Anthropology. It's cute. It's got like a wrap front. I love the floral. I'll probably wear it myself first. And that was only $4.99. So I'm feeling good about that. I'm probably gonna do a row of sweaters, and then it is time to go. So here's my last ditch effort to see if there's anything else redeeming in this store that I can take home. There's definitely, see, here's a Chico's for, I don't know. There were way too many $9.99s there. I definitely didn't have time to go all the way through this store. I'm stopping on this Brooks Brothers. Brooks Brothers can do really well, especially in the nicer materials. I probably could have picked this up. I did end up leaving it behind. I just didn't love it. I don't know. I wasn't convinced. So I left it behind. It was in pretty good condition. Probably 50-50. Could have gone either way. There were still a lot of racks left to the store that I could have gone through. But we're on vacation. We got to go back to the beach. I was finding quite a bit of Chico's and Torrid at the store, but again, it was all just too high priced, and that's bread and butter to me, and I have plenty of bread and butter right now. I am starting to think about fall in my sourcing strategy. I do list all seasons in all seasons. But this like poncho I really liked. Chico's ponchos can do pretty well for me, but again, the price was just not worth the squeeze. So yeah, that's why I decided to go through a sweaters rack instead of the swimsuits, because by the time I get these listed, we're gonna be in fall. Bob Mackie I will pick up sometimes, especially when I can find the higher quality materials. I've sold some of his silk stuff. I've sold some wool stuff, some cashmere stuff. But with Bob Mackie, in my opinion, kind of the more unique the pattern or design, the better it will perform. And here's the final cart check. And that's a wrap. Why do I not remember that thrifting is hard work and it is exhausting, and I need to not wear flip-flops when I'm gonna go to, what do we go to, 4? I think different stores. Like, I need to wear sneakers. I need to protect my feet, because my gosh, am I exhausted. Or maybe I'm just getting old. I don't know. But anyway, I picked up the Crocs, the Stuart Weitzman, the Diadora shoes, and then the Tiny, the like sun protection dress, and the Ivy Cool. I'm very excited to finally find Ivy Cool. So my total for that store was $26.59. So all in all, it was definitely a slow day compared to the volume that I'm used to picking it up. But I'm in a beach town. People are usually like vacationing here. They don't necessarily live here to like donate stuff to stores. I don't know the normal income of the area. Obviously there's some money down here because of all these like $1 million beach houses. But I don't know. Who knows? the good part is, the point of today was to just get out and about, have a little bit of fun, hang out with you guys, because I miss you guys. We're not doing Thriftsmas in July every single day, and I had so many people commenting like, oh my gosh, I love the Thrift With Me's, please keep them coming. So I am here for you. Lastly, I need to get back to my kids because they are excited to go back to the beach, so I'm going to leave it here. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you have not yet subscribed, please do. It really does support me in the channel. It would mean the world to me. Give the video a big thumbs up, and I'll see you next time. Bye.